Hi, Sportster Paul here with our second impression of MasterCAM. I have to say I've been practicing all day. It's not better than the first impression. I'm having a lot of trouble, but I'm a new user. I'm not a machinist. I'm an engineer. Let's give it the benefit of the doubt and show you some of the problems I've been having. So this is where we left it. It took a minute to load the part. It took a minute and 40 seconds to do a save as a copy. I've done that on my time instead of making you guys wait. I added the name perimeter to this contour, and just like with the face top where I added face top, it's way out here where you can't see it. And this really concerns me because I've got Harley engine keys. I got stuff I want to machine that'll have 20 pockets. All I'll see is pocket, 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 pocket. Which one is it? I want that to be at the beginning. I want what I type to be at the beginning of the operation string, not at the end. Maybe there's a script file. I wouldn't be surprised. So our squiggly, we learned, the squiggly thing turns off this toolpath. I do have to admit, it makes beautiful toolpaths. Turn off the toolpath from the perimeter. Stock I left is, I have not figured out, I went on all these tutorials. The only program, CamWorks, SolidWorks, Cam by CamWorks, Visual Mill, Bobcat. Didn't have to look at tutorials, didn't have to do anything, or just kind of stumble around and get it without a lot of trouble. Here, I still, after hours, cannot find how do I put this icon up in the corner of the stock. I asked my buddy, who's MasterCAM user 20 years, and it's like, what's with all these planes? And he's just like, oh yeah, I don't know that. I just set them all the same. And he said, one of his bosses, when he sold MasterCAM for a living, he asked about all these different planes. He said, well, you might have a horizontal mill with an angled tool, and I don't know, nobody else makes you go through all this plane business. But here we are, let's suffer with it. So next thing we want to do, we've done the top, we faced off the top, we've done the perimeter of the part. So next, like we've been doing this on all the evaluations for all the different CAM programs. We're going to do this pocket. Now I'll show you the wrong way. Mill toolpaths, it's a pocket, and I like this, the fact, unlike Bobcat, who say, oh, select some geometry, we'll decide if it's a pocket or a perimeter, and let me help you on the beginning, Mr. Programmer, it's a pocket. So now it wants geometry, so this is what I would do. I'd say, can you even see this? Probably not. I can't even see it. Wait a minute, hang on. Let's go back here a little bit, move it up. Hold, what is it? Shift. No? Control. Pan. All right. Okay, up here, select tangency. Now I can see it. Select down here. See, when I right clicked, it went off of the line and unselected, and now it's immediately in the operation because I had one thing selected and that was enough for it. I guess I'm going to cancel out of it. I'm so disgusted. Do you wish to keep this operation? No, I don't. Let's start over again. Because I did this 14 times, we might as well do it 15. Pocket, where I see I forgot what I was doing. Pocket. Okay, maybe we'll do the bottom one first. Okay, highlight that. Very carefully left click. Look down. I can't even see it because the camera's in the way. Select. Well, it's going to be impossible. But because of the camera setup, let's not blame things. This is not a good way to start. Okay. Here, select tangency. All to save a few clicks, right? Okay. Now hold it there. Oh, it actually gets easier if the part's further away. All right, now come up here, roll it around, finish the loop. Go. I hate to tell you, but we're all doing this for nothing because it's going to choke when we try to do this. It did crash on me on my last practice run. That's why I gave up and said, let's just start filming. And there's one I always forget, which is here. So that's good. So we got them all selected. It's a closed contour. I know that for a fact. Say, okay. Now it jumps where we want to be. Tool. We don't want to face. See, for a pocket, it's defaulted to the face mill. Why? So we'll get that. The holder we don't worry about. Cut parameters. Here, finally, climb and conventional. Maybe this was, I couldn't find this when I was trying to do the perimeter. I'm glad somebody says that. Roll around linear. See stock, always wants to leave stock. Now don't leave any stock on the bottom. This is a roughing, so I guess you do 0 stock on the bottom. Finishing, I guess that's okay. Depth of cuts, let me think. Oh yeah, it's a deep pocket. We want to go 125 down. So I think that's all going to... Oh, linking parameters. We got to say how deep this is. I believe the way to do this is you go associative and then select the point, and at least it lets you come here and go boing, because that's as far we only want to go down this bigger, I call it the deep pocket. I only want to go to the top of this little plateau. All right, say okay. It bothers me because it has 0 here. I guess maybe that's it. It's set this to 0, associated to that point, and I could go up or down. If I type into this box here, I can actually go up or down from that point that I selected. Very powerful. I don't know how useful that is, but it's nice to know it's got it. Planes, this is the secret, like my buddy said. Oh, I just select them all to the same. But see, I'm afraid to change this working coordinate system because he also said, well, I think that's where G0 is. And he hasn't used it in a couple of years, right? He's been working as a consultant. So I guess we'll just say okay. Boundary does not lie in the construction plane. See, because we went down these angles and we went here, and you could only put stuff on a construction plane. Okay? Do you wish to keep this operation? Well, yeah, we're going to keep it because I'm good. So, unlike all the other programs, the other three programs, SolidWorks, CAM by CAMWorks, Visual Mill, BobCAD, they'd let you they didn't care it was on different planes. They knew what you were doing. They reflected it up and they made the toolpath. These folks want you to explicitly make a plane. I tried here with CAD functions, silhouette boundary. That was a good half hour of like, well, you could do that in standalone MasterCAM, but I think they took most of the copy to a plane functions out of there. So it's back to SolidWorks, which is actually my comfort zone. What are we trying to do? We're trying to do a plane up here. We'll say plane. That'll make a plane in the same plane is the top face. Then we want to do our tangency business. Select tangency. Select, didn't hold a control key down. Select, there's a thing called design momentum. And when you lose it, it takes you 10 times longer to get something done. Hold the control key down, Paul, or you'll start doing it all over. And then the little one everybody forgets. And then my favorite command is here, convert entities. Now it'll flash the fact that it's not on one plane. SolidWorks doesn't care. Oh, and the fact that it turned dark blue is very encouraging. That means it's a closed contour, which means MasterCAM shouldn't choke because it's got gaps or anything. So thank you very much. Say, yes, we're done. The sketch, I like naming things. Deep pocket kludge. And that's what that is. And we're going to hide it because there's no need to look at it. So then we can go back to MasterCAM. Hey, let's do a file save. It doesn't take long to save. It saves in a flash, right? So I'm not sure what's going on. Pocket standard. Oh, same deal. Say deep pocket. It's pretty futile because you'd have to have this out where here, about halfway out to read it, but it's the thoughts that counts, I guess. And everything's screwed up because of our geometry was screwed up. Chain 1. See, I mean, I guess if it was a 3D operation or something, it might have dealt with it because it did make a valid chain out of that selection. See, they're so sophisticated, it makes it harder to work on. What did I just do wrong? Geometry. Selection. Here's where we want to go. Clear selections. Now make deep pocket kludge the selection. Say OK. Hooray. And is our depth still going to be OK? These are the planes. This is just, no, depth cuts is how many things it take. Where is it? Linking parameters. Yeah, we're just where you'd expect that. Says associative. Probably has that same point. We're just going to go with this. Oh, the tool. Did we make sure the tool stayed what we wanted? Yes. Okay. Select the yes. Now it's got the thing here, dirty toolpath. And I complained last time, you can dismiss this, right? Don't show me again, but let's let it remind us. Let's watch it do its thing. Oh, that's nice. See, it's beautiful toolpaths, right? They spiral in, they do all this stuff. Zippity zip, zippity zoo. And that's that. And you say, okay. Now, when I did this in practice, it popped up that simulator, the mystery simulator, different than when you hit this simulator. Let me show you what goes on here. Run. It's thinking. And say run. We'll speed it up. One beautiful thing is how, you can do this. Notice it's leaving a post in the middle. Just the kind of thing to break a tool if it rapids across it when you're doing the shallow pocket. Didn't take long. It's just, why? Why do people do this to each other? I don't know. It didn't take long to figure out. Parameters, I didn't notice. Cutting parameters. Not only did it leave a bottom of 50 thousandths, it left a side of 50 thousandths. And I would have thought, well, that's for the roughing. But no, that's the total rough and finish. It still defaults to leave 50 thousandths. Why these programmers love leaving material on a precision part, I don't know. I think this did it. I think toolpath is dirty. Yeah, clean it up. Yeah, show me. Well, actually, I think we can do that. Hey, it didn't crash. Speaking of crashing, save it again. Machine simulation. Oh, come on. All these drop downs, I hate them. Run. It's fast now. And because we took the 50 thousandths out on the edge, you can see the facing. I just had this selected to do simulation, so it didn't do the facing first. But the fact that it's changed color there is kind of encouraging. Oh yeah, see, this is nice. Better than Bobcat that had all these funny different colors, and very encouraging that you can see this little plateau here, right? Kind of. I'm not sure what would happen if we say verification gouge excess. Does it just light up 100 of them? 156, I guess maybe that's the depth to the bottom. It seems more contextually aware than Bobcat that would throw up things for the holes that haven't been machined yet. So that's nice. So how do we get out of this? Go here, click. Are we done? I think. Wish I knew where part 0 was, but let's take our victories where we can get them, okay? I'll save you, trying to make it do what I wanted and trying to find some way to adjust toolpaths. We had to do this in all the other programs, so let's do it here too. We'll just go to here, select the bottom face. We will make a sketch. While that face is lit up, we'll do our convert entities magnificence. Bam. Because, and this is the problem, see Dave Rui, my buddy, mechanical engineer, industrial designer, genius. A genius just because he knew, he didn't design this to screw up MasterCAM. He designed it to screw up automatic feature recognition, right? It's not a real part. It's just something he knew that CAM programs would have trouble with. So these breakout holes have befuddled all of them. Delete, select, delete, select, delete. Now select up here, hold the control key. Oh, I didn't get it. Hold the control key, do our convert entities again. Could not be projected onto the sketch plane. Well, whatever I had lit up didn't matter because it turned into a darker contour. So that's a close contour. Let's call that a victory. Here, this breakout hole also, if you say the machine, it goes around and doesn't do that. It leaves a little material here because the mill can't get in. Dave knew what would screw this. Well, he would screw any CAD. Is that snapped? I think so, yeah. So here we go. Good. Close the sketch. Let's rename this. Shallow pocket kludge. And let's hide it. Hide. Okay. I'm going to save a lot because it did crash on me on the way out. It crashes a lot when you're an idiot like me because I'm clicking things you're not supposed to click. So last time, what was it when I gave up? It was something to do where, oh, you change the geometries, but then the toolpath parameters, the depth parameter didn't make sense and it crashed, took SolidWorks down. Let's go here. Okay. What are we doing? If we can get this pocket, we're ahead of schedule. Okay, mill toolpaths. We're going to do another pocket. See, I mean, all these are minor annoyances, but there's so many. And am I going to remember all this in a month, the next time I want to use it? Yeah, if I buy this. So I made a mistake. I said face, clear selection, open this up, shallow pocket. Okay, now we have our geometry. Tool, 1/4 inch end mill. Cut parameters. Yeah, climb, tip sharp. Hey, for the first time, or maybe it remembered that I set these both to 0, right? Which can be a problem, right? I'd rather be consistent as opposed to whoever used it last left it 0. Roughing, I don't remember having to mess with this. Depth cuts. Because I think there's less here, so let's just make it 1/10 of an inch depth cuts. It'll figure out what to do. Linking parameters. Depth, associate, and now, see, it's remembered the last one. I sure hope this doesn't change the previous. So we'll clear selection, and now the depth is here. Say okay. Oh, this is where I crashed it last time. Planes. If we go now, it will do toolpaths all the way from the top of the part down. Matter of fact, let's do it. Here we go. See? And it's doing them correctly, right? It's going to that correct geometry, near as I can figure. Come on. Yeah, see how it's gone straight past that hole? And I assume if we could see it, yeah, right there. All happy camper stuff. A little concerning that these radiuses are that big, but, you know, all right, that's life. Good. Happy days are here again. But we don't want to go all the way. So, you know, from the top. That's already been machined. I think it's the tool plane. I'm afraid to change work coordinate system because I think that's part 0. And if I change it there, so I think what I can do, oh no, I remember practicing. You got to go into planes and you got to make a plane from geometry and this face. And here's where you type it in. And this is top plateau. I don't know how to spell plateau. A-U-O? Plateau? No. That's going to have to work. Sorry. No spell checker. And I think we can go yes. We can say yes. And we can, this T will do it. We could do it from inside, but I think if we go T here, now that's redefined the tool plane for this operation. You're never sure. Is this global? Have I done it for the whole part? Or is this just for the operation? Or who's going to know? I don't know. Let's try it again. Let's go here. Tool plane. See, that kind of scares me. Matter of fact, it scares me enough that I'm going to go back and put the tool plane back here and go back and just to see what happens. This is where it crashed last time. So, and this is where I guess you go here and say tool plateau, not misspelled, and say yes here, top plateau, and it's -625. Oh, I happen to know that's right from making this part in 4 other CAM packages. But this is where it crashed because it didn't like something with the depth. So let's try to not linking parameters. God, what a goofy thing. So let's do associative again. It's remembered. We'll reselect that and hope don't crash. Hey, it didn't. Not geometry. Oh. You can tell programmers all have motor coordination of fighter jet pilots, been playing video games their whole life. And let's watch it. Ooh, we did it. Success. See, it's like playing billiards instead of 9-pocket. You get so delighted that you made a 3-cushion billiard that oh, I'll keep up with this and I'll keep suffering because, you know, I finally got something right. So, hooray. That looks good. Quick, save it. Oh, we're in the middle of something. What's going on? Okay, we're happy with those tool paths. File. Save. Simulate. Machine simulation, run. Here it comes. Oh, this is problematic, isn't it? Oh no, it'd be an error, right? Because that'll be gone. So let's close the simulation this way, because we were just going to simulate this pocket. And what bothers me, because it'll do crap like that and not complain. Let's go back and see that. Machine simulation, run. Now, you would think it would be generating an immediate error right now. Let's see what happens. No, doesn't complain at all. Maybe because it's smart enough. It's such a sophisticated program. I mean, it is the most popular for metalworking and, you know, milling. Oh, okay. Light up top setup, I think. What are all these little check boxes? New things. Deep pocket. Maybe that's saying it's going to simulate. I have no idea. Programmers love to make everything a puzzle. Secrets. Okay, now it looks like it's supposed to. Let's say run. Does the face. Does the perimeter. Turns red because of a reason I can't figure out. Does that. It's doing shallow pocket. And it's not accurate. It didn't do this. Okay, we got a problem. This is why you want a good simulator. I'll tell you that much. Parameters. Do we have cut parameters? No stock on walls. No stock on floor. Roughing. Tolerance for remachining and constant overlap. But finish. See, it should be a finish deal. Spacing. Finish outer boundary. Spacing. Is this another place where they leave stock? One pass, 10,000ths of an inch. Spring pass. I've heard machinists use that. All I can say is let's change that to a 0. Never had these problems any other program. Dirty toolpath, yeah, do that. Backplot, we're just going to accept it. Look any different? I can pretty much tell you that ain't going to work. So apparently, the most popular and expensive package, well, Hypermill's probably more expensive. They wouldn't even let me give the demo. Oh, you're a novice user. We don't want you to show people on YouTube how to use Hypermill. Okay, I won't. We regenerated. Let's go look at it, make sure we know what we're talking about. And fast forward. Oh, we only had that one operation lit up, didn't we? Is it doing any better here? I don't think so. I don't think so. Top setup. Machine. And just when I thought I could get more than 2 operations done in a half an hour. Wrong. Nope. It didn't go and do this, so it's got some strange reason. I just am astonished how programmers love to make things default to not working, right? Well, let's not cut it accurately. Geometry, one chain. Look at the chain. That's right on, right? Is it offset by something? No, you get mathematics, so I understand all of those programming problems. I'm still used to the Bobcat simulator where you all right. This is big enough for a quarter. Oh, maybe it's a tool. I maybe have the wrong tool. So we'll cancel out of this. 1/4 inch flat end mill. This is a 0.26 diameter, and so are these. We should see tool paths. This section should do tool paths. So I thought I had this. I apologize for not. Roughing. Does roughing step over distance? Tolerance for remachining. Corner smoothing radius. Trochoidal cuts. It's so powerful I can't use it. All right, I guess I'm a dummy. That's the thing, right? Do you want to pay thousands of dollars for software that makes you feel stupid every day, or for software that makes you feel smart? And I had problems with SolidWorks CAM by CamWorks, and I had problems with Visual Mill, and I had problems with BobCAD, but none of them ever made me feel stupid, right? Finishing, breakthroughs, linking parameters. Now this is just up and down. Arc filter tolerance, cut tolerance. Well, let's knock a thousandth off. That might be where we are. Total tolerance. Oh, good. Say yes. Dirty toolpath. Hey, that's good news, right? That means it might do something. And say accept. And does it? No. See, if it doesn't go in here, that means we didn't fix it. Cut tolerance, linear arc, cut parameters. You think we could cut parameter, right? Pocket, standard. Facing, island facing, remachining, open. Roll cutter around corners, absolutely. Tip comp, tip center. Stock to leave on walls, 0. Stock to leave on floors, 0. See, I was figuring the big headache would be, where do I start the toolpath, where do I finish, and have I changed part 0, so I'm going to break a tool and ruin a spindle. But that's the least. I can't even get this thing to do right. You'd think it'd be finishing. Finish. Finish outer boundary. Keep tool down. Does it think it has another pocket to rough? Thin wall, maximum rough. See, it's a very powerful program. Gives you all kinds of choices. And I guess you need them because it never does what you would expect it to do. Machine finish passes only at final depth. Finish outer boundary. Oh, let's see if it makes dirty tool pass. Oh, it made dirty tool pass. You never know. Never know. Say yes. No, haven't got it. 26 minutes and counting. Will we get this figured out in the next 4 minutes? Tool. It's a 1/4 inch flat end mill. Tool diameter 0.25. Okay. Nothing can be wrong with that. Toolpath type. It's a pocket. Nothing wrong with that. Holder. Won't affect anything. It's got to be in cut. Climb conventional. Pocket. Standard. Facing. Island facing. Remachining. Oh, it lets you pick an open pocket. Good. We'll need that later, maybe, if we can figure out how to do the flat. Roll around corners. 0, 0. All right. Why doesn't it go in there? I don't know. Step over distance, spiral inside to outside. This is rough, right? You'd think it'd be a finish, but you never know. Corner smoothing radius. Let's go 0.001. Dirty tool path, yeah. And yes. I'm not even going to remember what I clicked. Corner rounding radius. At some... I want to pay thousands of dollars for a puzzle. Did it bring me back where I was? Here it is. Corner smoothing trochoidal cut. Maybe that trochoidal cut is what they call this high-speed machining. You know, this thing, iMachining, is what SolidCAM does. They may have invented it. I think high-speed machining, according to my buddies, was done down in Los Angeles by the aerospace people. They figured if you get a spindle going 15,000 RPM, you can really move fast through aluminum, right? Carbide tooling. And they did that 20 years ago or whenever. Trochoidal cuts. Well, see, here's the weird thing. It was off. So trochoidal cuts are off, but the corner smoothing radius is in effect. All right. Well, let's put in another 1,000th. Dirty? Yeah. Let's. Yes. See, this little hook there and this little trip here, it was leaving stock everywhere. Because see how gentle those, okay. So I guess it's all legit. Let's go look at this one. Where was that? Roughing? Just in case, right? I'm not sure what I'm doing. It's like by rote. What do you call it? Did the toolpath turn dirty? Yeah. Just say yes. Well, that doesn't look wrong or different. Although it's interesting, you'd think if they're going to do this finish rough business that there'd be a second one. I mean, BobCAD was all about that. So, 29 minutes, 59 seconds. Yep. 2 2 pockets, file save. This is, by the way, save, MasterCAM -2. So I started with a -1, that's what I opened. And let's do highlighting up here. Let's do machine simulation, and let's say run. Any chance to make you do more clicks. It's like the Simon says, click 14 times instead of once. Run, there. Turns red, I can't get that to go away. At least we fix this, because, you know, I'm worried about jeopardizing my friendship with my buddy. I don't want him to be my free MasterCAM tutor just because he uses it. Very nice. It's got all of these colors here. Very nice. It went around there. Have no idea. Just like, why is the depth, something as basic as depth of cut? Are we in a simulator? Oh, this is the simulator, and it works like SolidWorks. Yay. As far as zoom and pan and all of that business. Same thing here. Oh, they got that right. Thank you, MasterCAM. And thank you for letting us save. I may not have thanked you before. So, I guess we can go here. Close. We can go here and we can do the squigglies. And now we don't have any squigglies. And then what happens? Can we global squiggly? No, maybe not. Top setup, global squiggly? Yeah. So there's all of our toolpaths. We'll leave. All right. 31 minutes, 2 pockets. I apologize. I thought I had that bottom pocket figured out. You know, it did crash on me on the last rehearsal I did all day. But we're there. Like I say, my impression isn't getting better. Okay, it costs a lot. And I think it's going to be, you know, it's not like $10,000. People throw that, oh, $13,000 for MasterCAM. If you get 3D and 5-axis and all of that. I saw one thing is it starts at 4. I should call them up and get a quote, right? And we're talking facts. SolidCAM, it's in that, you know, $5,000 range. You know, I don't know if they want me telling you what they quoted me. BobCAD, it was under 5, I think, and that's 3D, right? That's a 3D package. Visual Mill, I love the interface. It's so easy to use, but it's unstable on this particular HP ZBook with 4 monitors. Here's well, you've seen the monitor setup, right? So they say, oh, Windows 10. They are in contact, right? Bless their hearts, they're helping. It's like, well, when you upgrade to Windows 10, well, not anytime soon. You know, I'll try. I'm going to have a SolidCAM demo and get a demo program to show you folks. And that's the other thing that's changed in my thinking. For a while, you know, I got a little frustrated because I was a novice user of SolidWorks CAM. I'm going to look at all the packages. I'm going to look at Easy Mill, and I'm going to look at One CNC. None of those work inside SolidWorks. They're not a gold partner, right? But then I realized how often you have to draw sketches and do geometry, and just like now, even the top pocket, which none of the other programs made me draw a sketch for, MasterCAM forced me to draw a sketch to do the geometry for the deep pocket. Okay, so now I'm going to limit it. It makes my job easier. I don't have to look at 15 CAD packages, CAM packages. I'll just look at the ones that inside SolidWorks. Less Hypermill, which doesn't want a novice like me showing people how to use their product. Fine. All right, that's it. Thank you so much. We're going to see you next time. We're going to try to do that flat. I like that open pocket thing. That's, you know, it is a wonderful program as far as power and flexibility and all of that, but I don't use it. I'm a prototype person. So we'll see what the episode 3 holds. Okay. We're going to catch you next time. See you then.